Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Brushes and Bunnies, and today we're doing a speed painting video. I feel like it's been ages since I've done an actual speed painting video of a drawing, so I'm quite excited for this one, and I really like the way that it turned out. But before I get to the actual drawing process and materials, I just want to briefly talk about the giveaway and sort of the upcoming announcement. So the giveaway that I was doing on my YouTube, my Instagram, and my Facebook has officially ended. So the last day was on Friday, the 16th. And this upcoming week, I'm going to be taking my time to look through all of the comments that I received on YouTube, which was nearly 600 comments. I think the last time I checked, nearly 600. So there's a lot of stuff to read, and I'm so grateful for all of your comments. They're really nice to read so far from what I've been seeing. And yeah, I'll be picking a winner from there, and then also all of your beautiful entries on Facebook and Instagram. I received so many wonderful drawings. And this is gonna be so hard to choose. Honestly, I have to choose a winner from both Instagram and Facebook, and there are so many fantastic drawings. Really, it's gonna be a tough one, guys. It's gonna be a tough one. But anyways, the giveaway winner announcement video will be on June 27th, so stay tuned for that, and I'm so excited to announce it. Now let's get to the actual drawing. So I have a friend who is in love with Sailor Moon, and we often talk about it at work, so we both work together, and she has begged me for ages, it seems like for ages, that she wanted me to draw a Sailor Moon portrait. Now the portrait itself, she wanted to have herself drawn as Sailor Moon, sort of like a Sailor Moon cosplay kind of type of drawing. And I was a little bit worried about this because I'm really not good at drawing people directly from photo. I don't know if this makes sense. I get really nervous to try to make the actual drawing look like the person, and I have been practicing it a lot with certain reference photos, just in terms of sketching. But so she kept asking, and I figured, okay, let's just go ahead, let's do it, see what happens, and yeah, let's draw her as Sailor Moon. Now what's really kind of important and was a little bit difficult to get her to look like my friend was because of the hair and the eye color. Now Sailor Moon has blonde hair and blue eyes, and my friend, she has dark hair and she also has light eyes, like bluish greenish eyes, I believe. The hair color completely changed her face. I tried to get her face as close as possible, and I don't even think I did that. Regardless, it looks super cute, and I'm actually really happy with the way that it turned out. Now let's get to the juicy bits, which is talking about the materials that I used. And I did use mixed media like I normally do, but I did focus more on marker work. So I ended up using a lot of the Copic Ciao markers for the majority of the drawing. And originally I did not want to use a black fine liner. I wanted to use either Copic Ciao markers to have some sort of delicate sort of pink outline. But I ended up going with the black fine liner from Tonic Studios, which is the Nuvo line called the Brush script, and it's a fantastic marker. And the reason why I decided to go for the black fine liner was just because it sort of pays tribute to the whole cartoony feel, or the cartoon style, and it worked much better than having a lighter tone of fine liner. And of course, for some of the finer details, for example, the highlights in some of her jewels and also on her costume, I did use a white Faber-Castell Polychromos crayon or pencil crayon. And I also ended up using a little bit of shading for her face later on in the drawing. And this is just with the Polychromos. Additionally, for the background, I wanted the background to be something a little bit different, a little bit more special. And I drew a moon, so it's also sort of fitting for Sailor Moon. I drew a moon and I wanted it silver, like a bright moon in the sky. And I decided to go with my embellishment mousse. So I did do a video on this last weekend, and it's basically like a textured paint, and you could paint it onto your paper, and you could use water to dilute it to make it look more like a soft shimmery paint. And I did use that with a water brush, and I used a, I believe the color is gunmetal gray. And it was a little bit darker than what I wanted because I don't have an actual silver, but it did turn out quite nice. And it just looks like a nice shimmery moon in the back of her, of Sailor Moon. I additionally used this embellishment mousse in a yellowish gold color for some of the embellishments or the jewels on her costume and the little moon wand that she's holding. So this just added a little bit more kind of texture and glitter and kind of the nice shimmery jewelry effect. And last but not least, it's something that I always forget to talk about, is the paper that I'm using. So I am using a mixed media paper. It is from the brand Rowney, and it's a fantastic professional paper that I always use when I'm working with mixed media, especially when I'm doing portrait work. And this paper, you can basically just paint on it. When it gets wet, it doesn't it doesn't get wavy as much, but you do have to like not put that many layers of wet paint on it. A couple layers will work really fine. Now you can also use pastel, you can use ink, you can use pencil crayon, and of course the watercolor, and it works really well with markers as well. So I think that the paper is quite high quality, and the colors are just beautiful and bright, and it just works really, really nice, especially if you want to frame it afterwards. It's quite of a nice thickness. Oh, and I forgot to actually mention the type of paper. So it's Rowney, and it is fine grain, and it's a heavyweight paper. So it's actually 120 pounds, so it's quite thick, and this also works really nice, especially if you want to frame it. So as always, all of my materials are listed down below in the video description, so check it out if you guys are interested in anything. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I certainly did. Give it a big thumbs up if you guys enjoy Sailor Moon. Have you guys ever even watched Sailor Moon? I know that I have a pretty young fan base, so I think Sailor Moon is a old classic, and I think when I was born, it was out before I was even born. I think that's what it was. But I remember watching it when I was a child, and I really, really love Sailor Moon, and the entire, like, I remember watching it, and I had the toys, and it was kind of like my first introduction to Japanese anime, I would say. And yeah, it's really a classic, guys. It's really a classic. So if you guys haven't checked it out, do that. The theme song will get stuck in your head for sure. So yeah, wish you guys a nice day. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to follow my social media accounts, Facebook, Instagram, and of course subscribe to YouTube. I do almost daily postings drawing wise, and I post on YouTube every Sunday. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!
Don't forget, I'm also just a girl standing in front of a boy.